shadowy flight into the dangerous world of a man who is fearless. A young loner on a crusade to champion the cause in a world of reckless automobiles. These are my motovlogs.
Yeah, when I rolled my DCT out, you know, I put a Corbin seat on it before I came out to California on last year.
Right.
And man, it was challenging because that seat is firm. I'm gonna turn my signal on and make this car speed up because he's kind of hanging out back there.
All right.
So. Yeah, they'll sit there and look and. Yeah. There go a couple of bikes there.
Yep.
Uh-huh. But yeah, I put the Corbin seat on my DCT model, and that seat is firm. It feels good, but it's firm. And on a long ride, it can be really challenging. On this bike, I installed the Ultimate seat just before I came out here to the West Coast.
Right, I saw the video. How do you like that seat?
It feels better than the stock seat. It feels way better than the stock seat. Really comfortable. I wish the backrest was a little bit bigger. I think the Karayakin Revolution backrest is the best backrest out on the market. Well, you know, that they put out for the Goldwing at that time.
Right, right.
A lot of the backrests that comes with custom seats are small. They look good, but I like the way the Karayakin Revolution backrest felt. But as for the seat feels good. I mean, don't get me wrong, the backrest feels good too.
Right, right.
But I really enjoyed my Karayakin Revolution backrest even more. But as far as the seat, yes, it's more comfortable than the original Honda seat. So I like it. I like it. I'm glad I put it on out here for this particular trip.
Yeah, yeah.
Uh-huh.
So, I don't have a lot of knowledge of Tennessee. I've only been there a couple times, but that's a beautiful area.
Yeah.
It's southeast Tennessee, Alabama, Georgia, Carolinas. That is all. I like how it can rain. I like rain.
Yeah, well, we get a lot of rain. Yeah, we definitely get a lot of rain there. And a lot of bikers come out to, I'm not sure if you ever rode the Deals Gap, or people call it the Tail of the Dragon. A lot of bikers go out every year to ride the Dragon. It's there in Knoxville. It's basically a tourist attraction for motorcycles. I mean, people come from all around, all over.
Right, right.
All over the country. Even probably out of the country, just to ride to Deals Gap and ride the Tail of the Dragon. I think it's supposed to be 318 curves and 11 miles, if my memory's saying it correctly.
Right.
318 curves and within 11 miles. So it's a lot of twisties and switchbacks and curves. And the only thing that I don't like about the Tail of the Dragon is now you're getting a lot of automobiles,
right,
that are running up there. So you got guys in sports cars, trying to hit the curves. So you have to really be careful out. You have to really be careful.
I believe it. I've seen videos of guys that kind of try to outdo the video before it, and motorcyclists too. Where they time themselves, and a lot of them are really good riders, and they'll make mention of stay in your lane, don't cross the double yellow line.
Right.
Only ride at your level.
Yeah. Yep, that is correct.
I've never ridden Deals Gap, but now my dad has a couple times.
Okay.
And he's got the photographs that when they take your picture. So that's pretty neat.
Right. Yeah, Deals Gap is a motorcycle tourist attraction. A lot of guys go down there to see if they can hit the curves, and some guys go down there and lose it. You know, as a matter of fact, some of the guys that I rode to the West Coast with, they went to Deals Gap or the Tail of the Dragon before they came to Memphis, and they said one guy went off the mountain.
Oh,
Said, luckily he didn't go all the way off the mountain, but his bike did.
right.
So, you know, when you're riding through those curves, you know, I highly recommend to just slow down. But it's dangerous out there because you got people that will cross into your lane. So you could be doing everything right, but you got somebody else that's coming towards you that's trying to get their elbow down, and they can run over and, you know, cross over into your lane and hit you. So I rarely go up there. Sometimes I will, but it's not a place that I really look forward to. But if you've never been there before, I say, you know, go there at least once. But just take your time and ride at your pace.
Right.
Uh-huh.
Well, and I've seen a lot of videos too that, you know, talk about weekdays and early in the mornings where there's not a lot of traffic and maybe a better time to enjoy it, you know, and not have to worry about so much of the traffic or the go-getters.
Right. Right. Yep. You got to go when the traffic is low. But you get guys that, you know, they want to act the fool and run off the mountain, and, you know, they find them days later.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Well, you know, I'm 48, and I was 20 once, you know. But sometimes I wonder, like just a couple of days ago, I was reading about this kid. He jumped off that cruise ship on a dare. Somebody dared him to do it, and shark-infested waters, and they haven't found him.
Really?
Yeah, it's a couple days ago, or I read about it a couple days ago, so it's within the last week. And, you know...
Wow. Where was this at? It was like in the Caribbean or something?
What's that?
Was this like in the Caribbean or something?
Yeah, I'm not sure where they were at exactly, but, you know, it was being videotaped, and so he...
Oh, they videotaped it?
Yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah, videotaped him jump off, and then...
off the side of the boat?
Off the side of the ship, yeah.
Did he resurface when he went down, or once he went down, that was it?
You know, I'm not sure if anyone had video of him coming back up, or in the video I saw was pretty dark, so I don't know why.
Oh.
I definitely know why you jump off in the dark, but
man, that's crazy.
Yeah. But you know, with the cameras now, everybody's videotaping, and so people try to outdo the person before, and
yeah, that's crazy. I saw one video where a guy was dancing on the back of a tractor trailer while I was going down the highway.
Or to hit that bridge?
Yeah.
Yes.
You know, I mean,
I saw that too.
I don't know if he didn't factor that in, but, you know.
Right.
How stupid can one be? You know.
Yeah.
That's like walking across the interstate blindfolded at night with all dark clothes on.
He was turned around, not facing the bridge, and was up
right
there dancing around, and boom.
And next thing you know, dearly beloved, we'll gather here for the home-going services of some guy that was dancing on the top of a truck. Man, you know, you got to be cool, man. I tell you what, man, this desert, is it the elevation that makes you lightheaded, or is it the...
It might be some dehydration too. I know that, you know, the air is dry.
Okay.
And so that's kind of a good thing about it, because it can be 100 degrees in dry air, and it's not feasible if you're moving and it has some airflow.
Right.
Or not doing any anything too strenuous, but for the humidity, at least in Central Texas, where I grew up at, it could be 85 and real humid, and just as bad as 100 in other places that are dry air.
Right.
But I think the elevation does
mess with you sometimes.
Does
it bother you, or it doesn't affect you?
I think I'm maybe adjusted to it because I've been out here so long, and just kind of used to the different changes in elevation, and it quickly too, where it rises and falls.
Oh, okay.
2,000 feet at a time.
Yeah.
It's a short distance.
Did it used to bother you?
I don't know.
You don't probably not.
I know the first time I flew in an airplane, my ears were plugged for days, it seemed like.
Yeah, that happened to me too. Yeah, it's nothing out here, man. It's nothing out here but just mountains and dirt.
Pretty much. It's pretty dry and desolate.
Yes, it is. But it's amazing how you get on the other end of the country and it's all green.
Yes.
Yep.
Yes. Trees and green.
Yep, trees and green. So when I hear people say they don't believe in God, I say I don't know how, but
yeah,
it's his playground.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
And I was reading that the earth is really, it's 75% water, 25% land.
Yes.
So.
That's right.
Yep. What's your fuel range on your Goldwing? Is it giving you anything?
Yeah, right now it's saying 191 miles.
Okay.
I'm not sure how far we've gone since that Barstow.
Yeah, we got enough to make it to Vegas, or at least.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, if we wanted to try to get all the way there, so I think we're doing good, all things considering.
Now Baker here, I think this was the world's largest thermometer.
I've heard that. I think I've heard that.
Or tallest one, or something.
Yeah, something like that. Where do they keep it? Outside, or in a museum or something?
I think it's that light over there.
Oh.
That pole.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Yeah, I see some numbers on it. I can't make out the numbers, but
looks like 82. It says.
Yep, you're right. 82, 20. I see. Is that 20 or 70? 70. Okay, I see. Okay, 50, 80, 70, 82. Okay. Yeah, the last time I came through here was nighttime, so I didn't get a chance to see a lot of this because it was dark.
Oh yeah. Oh,
yeah.
That's when that. Yeah, because you guys were on the side for a little bit.
Yeah, we was on the side for hours. I mean,
right.
we didn't leave Barstow until almost dark. Shouts out to Dustin, a.k.a. War Wagon.
That was a trailer tire, right?
Yeah, his trailer wheel sheared off. Trailer was overloaded. You know, the thing about these trailers that, and I kind of talked about this in my video, that you could actually overload them. You know, everything has a gross vehicle weight rating.
Right.
And then your payload. So you need to, you know, if you pull a trailer, be mindful of the weight of the trailer, and then, you know, what's your maximum payload weight. Some people may think just because it fits in there, I'm going to go over out to this gray car.
All right.
Some people may think that just because it fits in the trailer, you can pull it. But you actually could be, you know, put too much weight in that thing.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. It cause more damage than anything else.
You know, and I'm a firm believer that the manufacturers know that people can pull trailers all over all the time.
Right.
But they're not going to put their stamp of approval just because that one time someone's going to overload it. They know someone's going to do it.
And then try to sue them.
Right.
That's just like now I'm running my Bridgestone run flat. I mean, now correction, I'm running a Pirelli run flat on my rear.
Right.
Yeah. Chain lane, Las Vegas, 89 miles. Probably if I see a welcome to Las Vegas, I'm gonna pull over and take a picture. So be prepared to stop if we come up on a sign like welcome to Las Vegas.
Yeah.
I'll try.
Sounds good. Sounds good.
Yeah, I want to get a snap a picture. But they know people are gonna, put stuff in it and load it and weigh it down, and next thing you know, they're trying to get sued.
Right. Right. Yeah, I think that's why they don't even entertain the motorcycle hitches at all.
Right.
Because they just don't want the liability.
Right. That's all that is. But they know it can do it.
And my hitch came in just yesterday, as a matter of fact.
Okay.
And I didn't install it because I was like, oh, I don't want to mess around. And
yeah, have everything torn down and.
Right.
Now what brand did you get? You get a certain brand?
I actually ended up with a Bush Tech.
Bush Tech, okay.
Yeah. I was looking at either between Rivco or Bush Tech, and then Kuriakin too.
Oh, okay.
And I had kind of narrowed it down to Rivco or Bush Tech, I think, because it seemed like most of the reviews I read were, for those two.
Right.
And basically in between your video and Cruise Man's video and some other videos that said didn't necessarily want to attach it to just the subframe.
Right. You want to attach it to the frame as well.
And some of those, just attached to the subframe. So.
Right. Yep, that's correct.
And it's just a little bit more. I mean, I was like, well, I don't want to save just a few bucks on, and then have it fail later on, or.
Right.
So yeah, I can't wait to get home and install that at some point.
Yeah, because you got a trailer. You already bought a trailer, right?
I did a couple weeks ago. I bought one. I saw it on eBay.
Okay.
And it was in Chatsworth, and I live in Ridgecrest, and I knew exactly where Chatsworth was at. It's 120 miles, and like I was saying at the gas station, there's not a whole lot of trailers on the market.
Right.
Some new ones, and don't get me wrong, I wouldn't mind riding to Tennessee and picking one up and pulling it back out. But I saw the condition that one was in, and 120 miles away from me, and I told my wife, I said, this is a no-brainer. I need this trailer.
Right. Yeah.
And
once you start pulling the trailer, man, it changes your life.
Oh, I believe it. And now, like 99% of the things I tell my wife I need, she just rolls her eyes at me, but I did need it, so I got it.
Yeah. Say, babe, I'm sorry, but I'm getting this trailer.
Yeah. Well, she's got her things she likes, and I got mine. So there's a lot of stuff I roll my eyes at when she says that she's going to go get.
Right. It goes both ways, right?
It does.
Yeah. Yep, you have to just let them get what they want, whether we think they want it or not, need it or not, and vice versa. It goes both ways.
Right.
Uh-huh.
I don't know if the face shield up, does that make it any worse?
You said when the face shield is up?
Yeah, the sound quality is any worse with the face shield up? Or?
No, I can't tell. Is yours up now? I can't.
Yeah.
I can't. I really can't tell.
It's down now.
Okay.
I don't know
it sounded good. I mean, even before you did, it sounded pretty good.
Oh yeah, I bet your phone. You probably get messages all hours.
Yep, that's true now. Yep. They'll call me up. Hey, Chris, if you're coming through my area, let me know. You know.
Yeah.
Uh huh.
Well, that's one thing I gotta say. You know, I have a few use or lose days before October, but even then, I told my wife, I was like, hey, this man comes within 200 miles of me. I'm gonna go find him.
I appreciate it, Casey. Thanks, man.
So
yeah. Yeah, well, I came right,
yeah, you came right on through.
watch this car here. Yep. I noticed it's feeling cooler now.
Yeah, it dropped down to about 78.
Yep, I'm showing 79 on mine.
Well, now, I'm sure that the First Lady, she probably didn't mind going into wing stuff, but that probably wasn't, you know, the top of her list.
Yeah.
If it's anything like my wife, I'll tell her something and she'll roll her eyes at me or, oh, you're stupid, you know. Or
Well, at least I know I'm not the only one that catches it. Now, she didn't like that ride. She didn't like riding through that Phoenix heat.
Oh, yeah.
The heat in the mountains. Yeah, she didn't care for that.
She's like, oh, it's a little too late in the year for it.
Yeah, she's just not used to it. But like I told her, you know, that's what people out on this end is used to. You know.
When you ride motorcycles, you're exposed to the elements, and
right.
even the weight of a helmet. It takes someone that's never wore a helmet. You know,
yep.
The helmet will bother you for a while until you just kind of
get used to it. Yep.
It's not unbearable, but the weight of it does take some getting used to.
Yep. It does. It does.
We must be climbing because it's about 76 now.
Yeah, it's a little bit cooler. Yeah, it's amazing how you go from now we're down to 75 on mine.
Yeah, it did. Mine just dropped 75 too.
So does the elevation is what makes the temperature change like that?
I think so, yeah.
Turn to my altimeter. We at 3,800 feet above sea level. Right at 3,800 feet above sea level.
Yeah, we climbed quite a bit.
Yep, now we're almost at 3,900 feet above sea level.
It wasn't very long ago back there. It was 2,000 feet. So.
Yep, sure was. You're right. Well, you're definitely getting a chance to break your bike in a day on miles.
Oh yeah. It'd be about 500-mile run, and it needs it.
Because when I came out here, my bike had like 3,000. When I left the house, it had like 3,000 miles on it.
Right.
So when I got back, it was, you know, almost near 11,000.
Now, did you change your oil before you headed out on that trip?
I did. The Goldwing calls for your first oil change at 4,000 miles. Now,
right.
Now some bikes have a break-in oil period like 500 miles, but not on the Goldwing.
Right.
The Goldwing is 4,000 miles on your first oil change, and then it's every 8,000 thereafter.
Yeah.
That's what it calls for. Now, you can change it earlier if you want, but it calls for 4,000 on the first one, every 8,000 thereafter.
Yeah, you know, I've never been much of a believer. I mean, I know that, you know, they write that in the manual, but I've always, and I remember I had a couple bikes that were, you know, 600-mile break-in and oil change, and I followed that. But typically I go about 4,000 or 5,000, and even on this one, I think either 1,000-mile mark or maybe 2.
Right.
But I'm not going to go. I won't go any more than 2,000 miles without getting rid of this first, especially on a DCT. I don't know.
Yeah. And you know, DCT, it has 3 drain plugs.
Right.
Yeah, 3 drain plugs, and it has the regular oil filter, and it has a transmission oil filter. And the transmission oil filter uses the same oil that lubricates the engine.
Right.
It lubricates the clutch plates. So I put out a couple videos on it.
Oh, yeah,
On
yeah.
changing the oil on the
I've seen 'em.
DCT. Las Vegas, 72 miles. We at 4,000 feet elevation.
Yeah, 74 degrees.
Yep.
Now, I think they make a lot of commercials. They don't stop this road anymore, but they used to make a lot of commercials right here.
Oh, they did? Yeah, this scenery looks familiar.
Well, that's a pretty good spot to take a vehicle and air it out.
Yeah, just run it, huh?
Just run it.
Yep. So do you get out to Vegas often, or just every now and then, or?
Yeah, we used to come a lot more than we do now. We used to come over here quite a bit for different concerts and different shows. We still come some to, but not as much as we used to.
Oh, okay.
Sometimes we come over here and spend a day or a lot of different things.
Yeah, the good thing about you being in California, a lot of things are out here, like Corbin Seats is out here. Well, they're kind of far away, but
Right.
Russell Daylon is in California. I think they're up near San Francisco.
Right. Yeah, there are a lot of companies that are in California. And California's, pretty long, fairly long state.
Right.
But a lot of businesses are leaving.
Yep. Yeah, I can imagine, man, for the the way they charging people with taxes and cost of living expenses.
Right.
And
Yeah, taxes, even I saw wasn't too long ago where Elon kind of picked up with Tesla and took it to some of those factories to Austin
oh, really?
or tax reasons, and it's still headquartered, I think, up there in the valley. But
is he the founder of Tesla?
Yes, I think he's the founder and CEO.
Okay.
And SpaceX also.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was thinking I'd probably change this oil at around 1,000 miles, and
Oh, okay. You gonna go back with synthetic? You gonna do full synthetic, or you gonna go conventional?
yeah, I probably, in fact, with the DCT, I'm probably gonna put the Honda, the GN4.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Just because of that. I usually run Mobile One.
Right.
But not the energy conserving, the high mileage ones that doesn't have the additives in for the clutch.
Okay.
On the other Goldwing, but because they specifically said not to use the high energy conserving, and there's a lot of synthetic oils that have that.
Oh, okay.
But on this one, I'm probably just gonna go straight Honda.
Right.
Just too much inside there to.
You just want to play it safe, huh?
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. Nothing wrong with that. Best to err on the side of caution.
Yeah. Well, if Honda says it's good, I do believe that, and I believe 4,000 miles is probably not too bad, but I don't think it hurts anything to change it earlier either.
No, it does not. Because on this bike, matter of fact, if you saw the video where I went up to Indiana, I changed the oil before I left.
Right.
So when I came back, I had 1,500 miles on the oil, and I changed it just before I came out here. So I probably should have waited. I should have went on to Indiana and then came back and changed it. But
changed it, right?
I changed it really just for the video.
Yeah.
And I'll just change oil just to get bored. But I could have made it I probably should have not changed it before I went to Indiana. And then when I got back, changed it and be ready to take this trip, because when I get back, I'm going to dump this oil and change it again.
Change it again.
Yep.
Well, you use Honda?
Amsoil.
Yeah.
I will use Honda. Now, I got a couple quarts of Honda oil in my trailer just to be on the safe side. But
Right.
I use Amsoil, but I will use Honda oil. I'm not above using Honda oil.
Yeah.
Is that shade out there, or is that black dirt? I wonder what that is out there.
Yeah, I think it's a cloud, or sometimes the reflection too will fool you.
Make it look like it's black.
Yeah, I've ran a few different types over the years, with royal purple and different Amsoil a little bit.
Right.
And I think oil's come a long ways over the past 50 years.
It has. It has. They said synthetic oil, you can really, it's good for 10,000 miles.
Yeah. Sometimes I go every 5,000, just because it's kind of easy to keep track of it. But then again, it depends on, to me, how often I drive.
Right.
My car and my truck, I change it usually at a 1 year mark, simply
Right.
because I don't have that many miles on it.
That's right. Yeah, I see what you're saying. It was the shadows making that look black. It was the shadows of the clouds that make that greenery look black.
Sometimes the clouds are really good when they put some shade on you.
Yeah.
So see, you left on Thursday, the first,
yes, I left out on the
trip.
1st. I've been on the road since the 1st. And today is what, the 9th, 8th, something like that?
And you swapped trailers a little bit because this one's a little bigger than that Can-Am.
Yep, that's why I brought this one, because this one is bigger. Otherwise, I'd have kept the Can-Am on here.
Right.
Can-Am pull good. Both of them pull really good.
They're both really nice trailers. And even the ones before, that Ion and.
Yep, the Ion, yes, very good trailer.
Like you said, I'm sure once you get used to it, especially on a long trip,
Yep.
you gotta have it.
You gotta have it. Makes your ride experience better. After this white car, I'm gonna take this left lane.
All right.
After if you come on up. Come on, white car, don't back off.
Yeah, he's coming around you.
I see him. He was back. He had to slow down. I had my cruise lock. It's all good. No, just hit resume. Is there somebody walking out here?
Is that a bicyclist?
Oh, that's a bicyclist. Ooh-wee, he brave. Hope he gets to where he going.
Yeah, he's on a pretty good grade right now.
Yep.
Might be hard to tell on camera, but
Yeah, he's on a grade. We had 4,500 feet elevation. What is that, a donkey?
Yeah. Yeah, that little trailer I bought I'm going to buy some new tires for it. New wheels for it, actually.
Oh, okay.
New bearings and
Yep.
It's not quite roadworthy yet, but it's in good shape. It's in excellent shape.
Yeah, you're gonna get it there. So you drove over and you bought it, from the guy that had it on eBay?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, he was about 120 miles, and I went with my truck and put it in the back of the truck wasn't gonna so close it wasn't worth having anybody ship it or. But you know, when you buy something, I wasn't sure how long it'd been since it had been ran. I wasn't sure of the bearings, the condition of the bearings, and he wanted to buy a spare wheel for it anyway. So I was like, well, I'm gonna go ahead and buy two brand new wheels and use one, change the bearings out on the other one, and.
Yep. Got a little downgrade here, so I'm gonna close my little vent there to kind of block some of this cool air.
Oh yeah, it's at 72. Beautiful weather.
Yep, 72. That's what I got on my end. 72, Casey.
Well, how many miles do you have on that 21 now?
On my 21, I think I got about 14,000.
Oh, nice. 14.
I think I'm saying that correctly.
Somewhere around there.
Yeah.
And what you got on the 16?
I got 81,000.
81.
I bought it brand new.
Oh, that thing will run for, you know, my dad, I definitely got to give a hit for him because he bought an 88.
I'm going to slow down a little bit.
All right.
He bought an 88?
Bought an 88, and I still have the receipt for that motorcycle in the filing cabinet.
Okay.
It was $9,999.99. It was $10,000. And he put every Goldwing he had, he put, well, his last one he didn't, but all the Goldwings he had, he put over 200,000 miles on them.
Oh, really?
He did.
Okay.
And in fact, he crashed one of them, and crashed it in New Orleans.
Oh.
And I think it had 214. I think it had 214,000 miles on it.
Wow.
And he told me, he said, you know, the insurance adjuster came and looked at it, and on the GL 1500s, it didn't have a tenths meter on the miles.
Right.
On the odometer, it did. It read tenths, but on the trip meter it had tenths, but on the odometer it didn't have a tenths meter.
Right.
So it had 6 digits, and that motorcycle had 214,000 miles on it, and the insurance adjuster came and looked at it, and he wrote down 21,400.
Oh man. Well, I guess that's good. That's good on.
Yeah, it was good because he had looked up the value of the motorcycle.
Right. Right.
With 21,000 miles on it and 214.
Yeah, that was a big difference.
He's like, well, I don't know if I should tell him or not. And I was like, I don't think I would.
I wouldn't.
And so he did. They cut him a check for a lot more than he was expecting.
You say he crashed it when he was in? Somebody pulled out in front of him or something?
Well, he that incident, he's been in a few motorcycle accidents. That one in particular, he was going to Florida from Texas, and to one of my cousin's graduation ceremonies. And he was in New Orleans, and the car was stalled in the center lane, kind of like this right here, 3 lanes on I believe it's on I-10.
Right.
A car in the center lane was stalled, and so the car in front of him, you know, of course, dodged to miss him.
Right.
And then he dodged, but then another car came up and hit him, and so, but you know, it's a weird story because he had already went to his he was done for the day, and he went and checked into a hotel.
Right.
And then he was going back the other way for some kind of buffet.
Right.
Like a Golden Corral or something.
Right. Yeah, to get him something to eat.
And he, so he had already unloaded all his bags in the motel room, his wallet, everything. He left it in the room. And when he had that wreck, he didn't have nothing on him but some cash. So of course, you know, they didn't know who he was, or anything, and no ID on him. It was in the motel room.
Right.
So by the time they find out who he was and called my mom, they told my mom he was going east. And that tripped my mom up. She's like, no, I don't think so. He's on a motorcycle, but he was going west.
Right.
He was going towards Florida.
Right.
So needless to say, and because they didn't know who he was, they, no insurance, they just kind of took him to the roughest spot, the
hospital
that they knew of.
Right.
And and then my mom was mad, because he had no ID on him.
Right.
And then, so once she finally found him, and they say, yeah, that's him. And he was beat up a little bit, but he's okay. But he didn't have no memory at all. So he didn't know what he had hit. He didn't know where he was at. And my mom, kept saying, well, all your bags and your wallet, where's it at? And he didn't remember checking into the hotel room.
Wow. He must got hit pretty good.
No, he did. He got licked pretty good. And by the time my mom actually, figured out that he was in a hotel room and was going the wrong way and all that kind of stuff.
Right.
But and just recently, I think I sent you a picture of when a car pulled out in front of him not too long ago, about 6 months ago, a few months ago, in Texas there, right there in town.
Okay.
And masses. He's had a few motorcycle incidents, but he's ridden a lot.
Yeah.
And
but
that one was kind of weird because then when my mom went to the hotel room, the hotel attendants, they had taken all of his stuff. And his wallet and cards and cash, and I think he had some traveler's check. This is a few years ago.
Yeah.
And so they said, oh, we didn't. Well, they took all his stuff and put it in the trash can. Except for the wallet, of course, they kept.
Right. They stole his stuff and then trashed the rest, huh?
They did. And he didn't remember any of it. My mom didn't know, so. Well, she got so mad. She's like, the next time, you better tape your driver's license to your butt. You have to.
I tell the first lady all the time, I said, keep your ID on you. Because I said, did you bring your ID? No, I didn't bring. I said, why not? She just, keep your ID on you. Anything can happen,
That's very true.
That's not to say you couldn't forget it, but, at least make an effort to take it with you.
Well, and like his case, he got hit in the head and didn't know.
How many RPMs you running at 80?
About 2,900, I think.
Okay, I'm running 3,500.
Yeah, 80 is about 28 or 29. I had said for years I hope they put a sixth gear in the Goldwing,
Right.
And
now you got
they
7.
did. I was so happy.
Now you got 7. 6-speed in the manual.
Right.
The manual new Goldwing, and 7-speed in the DCT.
And I know you talked about it in a couple of them videos, some of the things that the GL 1800 could have done.
Right.
I know it's an overdrive gear, but I think it would have made it a little taller.
They should have made 2 versions of that bike and put that engine in this bike for a big version.
Right.
It's not too late, Honda, if you're watching this video.
I had somebody tell me that they looked at the 2016 and the 2018. They said, if they'd have made that 2018 identical to the 16 in scale, the same design but the same scale.
Right.
It might have made some more people happy.
Yeah, I think so. They still would if they did it.
Well, I don't know if you saw that one video. It said that It just said that most people had decided that they would only take a 3 to 4 day trip, and so Honda decided that the luggage for 3 to 4 days was what what people wanted.
They didn't talk to the right people. They talked to some people over in Asia.
Yeah.
They should have went with a bigger fuel tank, bigger saddlebags. They came back. They did put the bigger trunk. They knew what it needed when they made the bike.
Right. I agree. They made a lot of people upset, and
so some people didn't want to buy it, but you either buy it or keep it moving, or
right.
But Honda ain't sitting around waiting.
Kind of like that one video you made where you have to decide what you.
Technology keeps moving.
At some point.
Yep. At some point, you have to decide on what you're gonna do.
But I watched another video. I'll try to find it and send it to you if you hadn't seen it. It was a guy that worked at a Honda dealership for many, many years, and he said he put it in a real good perspective about the motorcycle market, and Honda trying to appeal to the younger group and make the older group happy still, and he put it out there, laid it out really good about different things that Honda was faced with. And
right. I think I'm gonna stop up here and
all right,
take a break.
So let me ask you, how many times? I'm sure you get a lot of people that just come up and say, I've watched your videos, or I know you.
Right.
I'm sure that happens a lot.
It does sometimes.
Especially closer you are to home.
Yeah. You said you sure people ask me what else? Was you saying, was it a specific question that you was fixing to ask me about that, or is that just in general?
Yeah, just in general, I guess.
Oh, okay.
I would imagine a lot of people just
come up and yeah, sometimes I try to be low key,
Right.
I try to, I mean, if I have on my Caliente shirt and everything, the probability goes up, but I generally
try to keep out of the.
Yeah, I just, Is this Las? We're not in Las Vegas yet, are we?
No, I think this is.
Oh, that car right there, that car right there where I wanted to be. Welcome to Nevada.